Hi everyone, welcome to this video, and in this video we are going to build a safety incident report agent. So the safety in company is most of the time underreported and it's not well tracked and is sometimes misclassified and not escalated on time. So the goal of this one is to automate the process, improving the response time, because once it is entered and registered by the employee, is depending on the severity, the agent will escalate it to the right entity. Yes, and it will enforce the workplace safety. So how does it work? Let me share the screen with you. So this is the agent. The agent, I say, you help employees report workplace safety incidents. You are the safety incident report agent. And then step one, run the safety incident intake skill. It will collect, validate, and confirm all incident details by the employee. Before I show you the skill, this is the table. The table has some items already. It has a title, the incident type, the location, the incident date, the severity, description, witnesses reported by, the follow-up due date, and status. We have a rule for the follow-up due date that if if the if the incident is very serious, the follow-up due date is a day. We follow up with Teams messages. We follow up with also planner tasks. We have a planner task that we have for that. I could name it better, but I named it project management, that project. And also, if it's not too serious, the following update is up to 7 days for reminders to the appropriate team. So this is our safety incident intake. It helps to do the reporting of the incident, and what it does, we need the incident type. We have some category. We have injury, near miss, property damage, environmental, okay, English, security, and order. We have the location. The location could be a building, the floor, the area, and then we have date and time. It default by the time that you make the request. If you don't put it, description, witnesses, photo is like, do you have any picture? And then it validates the incident type because we have some fixed value. If it's not among this, we ask you to give just what we have here, and based on that, it will do the severity based on the the incident type that you have given. Now, if you have the file, it will take the file and it will serve as attachment when we call the flow. So the step 2 is to call the safety incident tool. This is it here. I already opened it. Here is one run that succeeded, but we need to go to the build. What is done is that the agent call it. We have the incident type. You have the location, the incident date, description, witnesses, severity reported by. We take the email of the person that requests the logged in user. The file name is the file name of the file that it attached, and the file content is I believe the content bytes, yes. And then we generate randomly the incident number. We put ink, and then we take some random items between 1,000 and 9,999. And then we create the item. So once we create the item, okay, thank you. We put everything here. Now we check, is the file empty? If the file is not empty, we add the attachment as well. We add it, and then we report just the case ID and the ID to the user. So that's what we do here. And then confirm to the employee using the response, your incident has been logged in as case, and then view the photo and picture at this URL. That means I should even send back the link to the attachment from SharePoint. I will do that very soon. And then add based on the severity return, you give those details. Yes. So we have everything. I can put the memory on. So let's get started with an example. I have some generic cases that I have put. I will just put this and it will tell me if I have put something wrong. It will trigger that skills because it needs that skill first. In the meantime, I need to find pictures. Incident pictures. Yeah. Um, I hope they are free images. Take this. Okay. Believe I can use that. It's taking some time to initialize. Okay. It has called that skill and then it will give me the feedback based on the validation rules that we have there. It's telling me here are the summary that you have given. Severity classified as moderate. Yes. Yes, I will say here is okay, I will say yes. I'm not sure why it didn't ask for the picture. I will say yes. Here is the picture. Let me add the picture. So now it's calling the safety tool. Hopefully it will send the right content back. Yes, it said I have the content back. This base 64 content of the image, that's what it's supposed to send to the tool. So it creates. It's still running the tool. I don't see that it has called the tool yet. There's an error. Let me try with the full base 64 content instead of the truncated version I use. Let me read the full. So it tries to read just a part of it. So if I try to inspect, that's the file, the submission failed. I guess it didn't send the whole file. Let me check here on the activities to see if it even called it. If it called it, we will see. It did not even call the flow. That's interesting how it's not accepting the images because this image is not that big, but it's taking a lot of time just to submit the image, just to submit the document. It tells me that I question if it's the right place to send images. You guys tell me what you think as well, because it's already taking some time. And the first one, it has not even submitted it as per what I say. That's an old submission. So that means it's trying to get the full content before sending the file. Let me show you the input again. So if I go to build the input, oh, the input is type file. So it's supposed to send the file. If a small image like this, that is just 32 kilobyte, is not able to send it, that's bad. It tells me that I shouldn't do that next time. I should put the rule to ignore pictures completely because you cannot send a little picture. So what we will do, let's just do another one, another session. This session is taking a lot of time. Let's do another session and just submit it because we want to test the agent. So I give what I want to submit. So when you want to use the agent, you don't need to say I want to submit a request. Just depending on what the agent is, how the agent is built, just submit everything. I will just say yes, and it will call that flow again. It's failing twice. It's saying that couldn't run the request, missing required info. I see that it runs successfully and it took approximately 2 seconds. I wonder why the flow would tell me that this tool couldn't run the request is missing required info. Oh, I think it's the file. I should make it optional. I think it's the file because we didn't have any file. I should make it optional. So now it's optional. So next time it doesn't put it, make it optional the file name as well. Me put optional so that next time it doesn't call it. We will test again. One example. Because it was trying to call, you see, it was trying to not put anything content byte. But it was trying to put empty, but since it was required, it was not working. So it has created it, and it says if you have any photo, please reach out to your safety team with the request number. That's the incident number. So now let's go to this flow. Let me show you the flow. What does this flow does? So this flow triggers when a new incident report is created. It uses the environment variables. Here we have the site name and the list name. I have registered them in this solution. They are right here. This is the list ID, and I have put the site URL as well, and we have the connection references here. So once we create the report, I could do that also in the new workflow experience, but I feel like Power Automate for this type of task, automated tasks that do not necessarily need the other one. I prefer to use it than to use the workflow. So we extract the case ID, the item ID, the severity, the incident type, location, date. We extract all of those stuff. And then based on the severity, if the severity is minor, what we do, we just do nothing. It's just a compose response action that is logged. If it's near miss, we say that it's near miss. Now, if it's moderate, we post a message on Teams to this channel, the safety team channel, to notify them. And then we send them also an email to notify them as well. And then we have a composed response. Now, if it's serious, we get the reporter manager. We got the manager, and then we get the email of the manager. We do an adaptive card, and we post that in the channel. And then we also send the email to the manager and the safety team, so to two people. And then we create a task on the planner for follow-up, a follow-up task. That's what we do. And yes, so for that one, I will open the Teams channel so you guys can see. I will make sure that it ran, that the flow ran. Yes, you can see it succeeded, so everything went well. So I will go to the channel. I will open the Microsoft Teams. I can see that I have some notifications. If I check here, it should be here as well. You refresh this page. On the planner, we should have a new task. Oh, it's moderate, so we shouldn't have that. That's right. It's moderate this case. The scope catch is to catch when we have issues and to send the error to me. But this one was moderate, so we didn't have the planner. We only have a follow-up task when it's really serious. But this time we only had this, so I will go to the channels. And I will go to safety channel. This is it here. It has been reported, so they received it. Then reported by, that's my name and everything. Yes. So it's working. We'll try to make a new query. Since I have modified the flow, I will make sure to publish. It said no change. I will make a new query and I will use the type injury. Since I have made the input optional here, hopefully it doesn't send it anymore. Auditor, you have provided look complete. Let me validate and classify them. Is injury, yes. Yes, I would say yes. The next example that I will test, I will try not to put all the requirement, but it will follow. It still refuse the file format. Let me retry submission with an adjusted file format. It still want the file formatting. That's really interesting. I made it optional. Next time I should just remove it there. I guess it will put another one. I will remove the file because we don't even use it. It's optional, but I believe the issue is here. confirm summary. I will just remove that input and I will publish. Okay, because there's some issues here. So this time we don't need it anymore totally, and it can just run. I will submit that request again. I will refresh first this page and I will submit it again. So it says it classifies it as serious because it's injury. So the severity is serious, so it will take another path. That's interesting. It still say that it's in the requirement fields. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that means the 5 were not a problem. And we have all the fields. That's really interesting that it says we are missing. It says this tool could not run the request is missing required info or uses in unsupported values. Let me see if the flow ran. It did not even call the flow, so the issue is in the calling. So I will try to remove it and put it back and add it back. I believe that's an issue with Copilot Studio itself because it's not even calling our flow. That's the problem. It's not even calling the workflow. I believe Copilot Studio has some type of issue at this moment. I will double check that, but yeah, we did one example and it was working, and we saw the workflow working as well. That was successful. So that's what I wanted to show you guys today. I believe Copilot Studio has an issue because it's not even calling the workflow. There's no run that failed. That means it did not even reach the workflow. And we have all the items here. So everything is supposed to work. Yeah, and it's just text values, email. I have removed the picture, the file attachment. So it's really an IT issue. And thank you guys. See you on the next video. Ciao.